Well, nearly a month after the initial deadline, New York State finally has a budget.
Yeah, the massive $229 billion agreement between Democrats running the state addresses everything from the minimum wage to crime to the MTA.
Yes, Henry Rossoff explains subway and bus riders are going to notice some changes pretty quickly.
Under this agreement, which still needs to be voted on, we will see 5 free bus routes, 1 in each of the 5 boroughs. There will be a slight fare increase, though a little bit less than was anticipated. And the MTA is promising in return this will stabilize its finances, it'll stop asking taxpayers for money, and in fact will increase weekend and off-peak service.
As buses buzzed by in Lower Manhattan Friday, Pat Kane was lamenting her daily commute.
It's very challenging to get from Staten Island to work for many Staten Island residents.
Kane is certainly not cheering the 10-cent increase New Yorkers will soon see each time they swipe or tap. And she was hoping for more than 5 free bus lines granted in this year's budget. The city has more than 320 lines total.
More free bus lines would be good.
So 1 per borough, not enough.
Not enough.
Still, MTA Chairman and CEO Janno Lieber attempted to put a positive spin on the plan.
Not only are you going to continue the same service we've been having, we're going to get more service. We're going to get more night service. We're going to get more weekend service.
Lieber offered no details on where we'd see that expanded service, nor where the free bus lines would be. The MTA still has to find $400 million in savings somehow, plus the city is getting hit hard to fix the MTA's budget. The state will ask city government to chip in $165 million more each year for the MTA, plus city businesses, but not ones in the suburbs, will see a slight tax increase. City Councilman Keith Powers says uncertainty due to the nearly month-long delay in the state budget has made figuring out the city's finances more difficult.
So we had to put our executive budget out before we knew what was in their budget, so now we're figuring that out.
New York City is getting $1 billion from the state to help better address the migrant crisis. That's about a quarter of what the mayor says is needed. Still, Governor Kathy Hochul's ambitious plan to push communities to build more affordable housing was left at the bargaining table.
It did take a little longer than we expected, but the product is extraordinary.
When asked Friday about the delay and not getting everything she wanted, Hochul pointed to other items, including a minimum wage increase to $16 next year and $17 by 2027, and a change to the state's controversial bail reform law's least restrictive means standard.
That gives judges more discretion that they've not had since there were changes back in 2019 when deciding whether or not to post bail.
On that change to bail reform, the governor and top Democratic leaders in the state taking it from both sides. Progressive Democrats say this is a betrayal of much-needed reform, whereas state Republicans say this does not go far enough. In Lower Manhattan, Henry Rossoff, Pix 11 News.